last week I got a little butt hurt because I was drunk on brown.
Excuse me, sir. That's called a gummer.
Oh no!
If she ain't got them teeth, then boy.
Don Juice was like, why that nigga shorts look saturated?
Y'all ain't shit.
You know, take your drawers off. We're freeballing this bitch. According to some people,
there's a such thing as clit.
Clit.
You can have
clit
clit smegma. Would you suck on a clitori? Clitori.
That's a bad oyster.
Just think about like Venom, the movie Venom.
But with more teeth.
With less teeth. Way less teeth.
More teeth.
Less teeth, more tongue.
80% more tongue. All ass.
Howdy to all of the friends and the fiends and all of the people nice and neatly in between.
What if they're like not nestled in between? What if they're very sloppy?
I don't like that.
Okay,
you can't be sloppy. You can't.
And
no.
They're very sloppy, and
those people can't be included.
They worked 100 hours.
Those people are canceled.
Extra sloppy.
Extra sloppy people.
Like an extra sloppy.
Who work an excessive amount of hours and
stop it. Why are you doing this? We're done with that.
No, there's certain people who they work too much and they just don't.
We've moved on.
They don't know how to protect their personal space. One, my personal
DJ.
space. Two, personal space. Three, personal space. I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay, so hi everyone, we're back. It's still season 4.
You're back on that bullshit.
It's a new episode. What is this, 5?
Yes.
I'm gonna say 5.
People say it was 5, and I just said it was 5.
I'm gonna say it's 5. And you know we're here.
The boys and girls are back in town.
The boys and the gals.
The blacks are back.
The blacks.
The
black ass cast.
The blacks.
This is that's fun. All right, so we're gonna go around the table.
It's wild because that damn near everybody,
and we're gonna go.
All the blacks at the table are the same skin color.
Who's darker than
pretty
who?
Close. Pretty close.
All right, who's darker than who?
Line up by shades right now. We're doing the brown bag test.
Oh my gosh.
This episode's called The Blacks Are Back in Town.
That's not what this
The
episode
blacks are back in town.
Co-sign that. 100%.
That's not.
The blacks are back in town. Woo!
The blacks are back in town
Blacks
again.
are back in town.
Yeah, just
They're hanging down at Dino's.
What?
Dino.
Okay.
That's what he said. Shout out
right.
R.I.P. Phil London.
Okay, so there's people here. We're all here. I'm gonna tell you who those people are. There's a person in front of me that is the one, only Bro Hamilton.
What up? What's going on,
Extra
everybody?
ham on the side.
No, don't. You're done. You're canceled. You're done here. Pink
you can't
slip.
Cancel me?
Maybe.
No.
We don't know yet.
Moving on from you. There's a person next to you, next to me, in between. Our child, the.
Nope. No, don't say it. You you will say his name.
Oh my gosh, I was trying to let him say it.
Say his name.
You said DJ's name. Put some respect.
Put some respect on his name.
On my name.
And say his name.
All Gartrell the Impaler.
There we go.
Hello.
How are you?
I am doing absolutely amazing.
That's fucking fantastic.
Absolutely amazing. I finessed my job off of lots of paid vacation time, and I only work 8 more days this whole month, and I get paid for the rest of it.
Genius.
Great.
Yeah, fuck
That
them.
is. That's really awesome.
As I said earlier in the evening, give me the loot. Give me the loot.
Give me the loot.
Yeah,
all
that's smart.
2020.
We should all strive
All
to be more like
2019.
you. That's awesome.
That's gonna be me in a few
You can
months.
try.
Okay. Well,
Finesse all the pay time.
speaking of you, who are you? What's your name?
Lord MRF,
Okay.
King of the Demon, King Petty, King and Queen Petty. I'm both of them.
Like
I'm
Billy
trans with the pettiness.
Like Billy Dee
Pettiness.
Williams.
My pettiness knows no gender.
I'm a hermaphrodite with the pettiness.
Oh,
Right
wow. That's new levels.
That's up there.
100 levels. 100 levels of petty.
That's
100 hours, 100 levels of
Check
Oh
petty.
this,
my
check
god. It's dead. It's a dead meme.
The memes don't die. They
Memes
never die.
All these memes should die for him to look fly. Absolutely not. He got to go.
Memes are like Jesus. They rise. They rise on Sunday.
What?
On Easter Sunday.
Stop it. Now you just... What?
Zeb, you've
don't
never...
even disrespect Jesus
Don't
like
offend-
that.
How disrespect Jesus? You
Don't-
don't think Jesus would use memes?
Don't offend the Christians.
No, I
It's
don't
almost-
think Jesus
You don't
would
think
use
Jesus would use
memes.
memes? You don't think he'd be like, LOL? See? Cosign.
Slam dunk from the parking lot.
Oh my gosh.
No, seriously, think about it. If
Jesus was in that cave like, LOL.
like he, LOL, they don't know I'm about to bounce back. He's like, ha 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 ha, LOL. These bitches don't know I'm about to bounce back on these hoes.
He's like, LOL, BRB.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
BRB.
Y'all thought I was dead.
He bounced back on these hoes.
He said NIU.
And I'm back. Hey, you guys want to get some dinner later? Like, yo, you was dead, son.
Okay.
DJ went to art Basel over the week.
Oh
This
yeah, that's
past-
a thing
this
that
past
happens
week.
in Miami, in the state we live in.
Yeah, I
What-
went
and
to-
you went to it.
Yeah, I'm reporting live from 305.
You see art thoughts?
I heard you had some adventures on scooters.
Oh yeah, the scooters.
You see cool art too?
Yeah, I saw some cool art actually. Yeah, that was the thing. There was all types of galleries and shit going on. So, I went to the Grime show.
Oh shit!
With shout out to Papa Clarence, Daddy Clarence, for hooking that up.
Nice.
He put me on to some new music, different experiences I wasn't used to. Like normally I'm a hip hop guy, R&B. Like just it was
Was that economical in whose favor, sir?
Come on, dude.
I don't know Grimes' music, so I don't know.
The Whites.
Oh.
Isn't there a British?
This was Grimes. This is the
girl.
the lovely little redheaded lady who's
Elon.
early access to the Tesla truck. Her pussy's trash,
Ooh.
and Elon need to get rid of her because
But how would you ever know that?
She ain't pulling them
she ain't-
F-150s,
it-
son.
it's dope.
Pussy whack.
Listen,
Wow.
exactly what he said. The Tesla truck looks like the Warthog from Halo, and if you can't pull up to the scene like
That
that,
shit just flips. What are you doing?
yeah, if you can't pull up to the scene like that, then it's not worth it. But that was fun. Like I saw a lot of people doing the footloose, the fancy footwork.
They were boot scooting.
They're boot
Wait,
scooting.
did people like
They're
flash
trance
mob?
No, like they were just rave dancing.
Oh, just ran.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm like the only. I'm like the only.
They have glow sticks.
Nice.
No
Nobody
glow
with glow
sticks.
sticks. Although I did see there were some dancers that got on top of the like shipping containers that they had stacked up because they're just in abundance down there for some reason. All that coke Pablo Escobar brought in.
I've seen some of that footwork dancing you're talking about. That shit looks.
I wish I could
retarded as
shuffle.
fuck.
Yeah, like shuffling.
That shit looks stupid.
You're shuffling.
Yo,
Shuffling
Neil-
does look stupid.
First of all,
Neil
shuffling is
was
the
out there
running-
busting the move though.
Shuffling is the running man with less
Clarence
steps, and you got it's
Clarence
not good.
Clarence was busting the move, but he was probably like
Papa Clarence is the boss.
he was hitting it. Like it wasn't like some people out there look like they look very sloppy. Like this one girl she was like doing this slow grind. I don't know what the fuck she was doing. I'm like,
rolling.
you in the wrong place for this. But yeah, she was definitely her like pupils hella dilated.
She was rolling.
She wasn't even on the same planet. She was on Mars somewhere, like backing it up on an alien or some shit.
She just left Houston.
I'm kind of jealous.
I just left Earth. Weed in my cup. gas up my blunt. Yeah, she was just out of this world. But anyway, hey, we rode around on scooters and smoke weed in front of cops.
How's that be Airbnb?
Airbnb was shitty.
Oops. Why?
All right, I tell you, but it wasn't shitty. All right, in my opinion, it was passable. It was all right. I had one that was even worse than that in Europe, where there was like I found like blood and like hair,
blood,
like drips of blood and hair on the sheets.
Okay.
On the sheets.
And I was like, I just slept in my clothes. I didn't even take a shower. There was so much. There was so much mold in the shower. I didn't even take a shower. Like, fuck it, nope.
That's disgusting.
So,
well, it was mold in the shower because they don't take showers.
Also
Someone
fair.
took a shower.
Also
and never
fair.
Again.
No, that place was weird because they have like the way they do the heaters and shit over there is all off the rails or whatever. But like they don't. We couldn't figure out how to turn that on, and it was just cold in there. So I'm like, of course, like I can't really get comfortable in here. So I saw it here. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just sleeping in my clothes. I slept maybe 2 hours. But anyway, the Airbnb there, it was on camera. Like the pictures Julian showed me were like, it looked like a model. Like it was like an Instagram filter. Like it was immaculate. Yeah, they hit the angles. It was like, oh man. Like if I were to show it to you right now, you'd be like, this is a nice place.
You turn the filters on you.
And then you walk in, and it's like, this is not such a nice place. The tile floor, like literally like hollowed out almost. Like there was one part in the living room where he stepped on, he was like, bro, don't step on that shit. It's about to jump through like, and you could like hear it. Like it was hollow as fuck.
Was it really that bad, or is it slightly possible that you are misjudging it because you were just at the Tremp Hotel not too long ago and you got
No. That's not it. No, I mean I would treat it like any other. Like it was a 2-bedroom apartment, but it wasn't as nice as they put it out to be. So it was
like that. You know, the girl on Instagram versus in real life.
Yeah, you show up, you hit the angles, and she shows up, and she's like 300 pounds. And you're like, where'd this come from? You're shocked.
The angles fuck you up.
The angles. It, like, they painted like an accent wall, and then they had every, like, little accessory piece from, IKEA. Like, you know, the little plants you can put, like, the little plastic plants. They had a bunch of those lying around the place. So it was, like, looking very fancy. And then we walk in there, and they have all the AC units on, the window units. It's like 62 degrees in there. Like, there's no reason for this place to be this cold. So the only way to regulate it was to turn on the oven and open up the oven door to warm the place up. It was just like, what are we?
Turning the air off, didn't warm it up fast enough.
No, and then they had the top of the stove had like tin foil.
Oh, they had tin foil.
Yeah, there was a crack. They cooking crack in there. And the refrigerator was on its last leg. And I didn't even tell you the other shit. The refrigerator sounded like a weed whacker at some point. And then the TV, they had a bootleg ass remote. And due to Julian's engineering or persistence, figured out how to work the remote.
Daddy Clarence figured out how to work the...
Yeah, the remote was like some off-brand universal remote. So you couldn't fucking turn no channels on or do anything to the bitch. And he figured out how to like set it. So you had to literally walk in the other room to like switch it so you could change the volume.
What?
He'll tell you it's wild. And then not only that, he had to reset the password to the Wi-Fi because, fix it back to factory settings because the guy, the owner, he was asking like the host, he said, hey, how can we get the Wi-Fi working? Oh, we'll try the password. He's like, the password doesn't work. No, that's the password. It works. And we're like, no, it doesn't work. So finally, he's like, fuck it. I'm not even gonna worry about it. And just went and did a hard reset on it. And then we had Wi-Fi. I was watching NBA, smoking blunts, joints. It was a good time. Saw, quick 2 more things and I'm done. I saw Trinidad James at the Grimes show.
That's weird.
I saw Trinidad James.
Like he performed?
No, he was just there.
He was just there?
He was just there. He had on the hat, he had the braids, and the patchy facial hair. I'm like, that's Trinidad James.
Ain't that some shit?
And the gold teeth.
Did he pop a molly and sweat?
At the Crime Show?
He didn't look sweaty, but he was wearing all white for some reason, which I thought was not fashionable. But
you can't wear white after Labor Day.
Then I left after the Grimes set. I left and I went to walk around Wynwood, and I got to there's this one street across from this I guess it's like a patio type of environment. They had a DJ, there's a bar, and it's called The Hive. I walked across the street, and as I'm going down the street, I noticed this woman looked a lot like Erykah Badu. But here's the thing. She had the body of Erykah Badu, but she didn't have all the dressings as Erykah Badu. You know, like with the rings and, you know, the crazy outfits.
She looked like a bag lady.
Yeah. No, like she had on
normal clothes?
Like capri pants and like a camo jacket.
Oh, yeah,
like
Erykah Badu ain't wearing
sneakers.
No,
but
What do you mean?
No, I was like,
what the hell you seen Erykah Badu wear capri pants?
What are you talking about?
Erykah Badu is a free spirit. She does what she wants.
Like she had, like
She
it
could wear
was.
capri pants.
But here's what sold it. She had, you know, like the dreads were like just down, like, you know, naturally, and she had like the bright red lipstick, and then her eyes, like the way she had them done. I was like, that looks like it's Erykah Badu. But she didn't have none of the fancy shit going on. And then I told Jay.
She doesn't have locks, does she?
Yes, I think she does.
I don't think she does.
Well, either way, this was motherfucking Erykah Badu.
Okay.
I'm sure it was. That she was just dressed down not to draw too much attention to herself. You know, that's what I'm thinking.
You know what's wild? I feel like Erykah Badu could do that because you could be like, that looks like Erykah Badu, but that's probably not her.
If you're
but
not
the whole
used,
time it's her.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Yeah,
I'm like,
she takes her head wrap off, and you're not used to. You're used to seeing her with
yeah,
the head wrap.
you're not gonna go up and be like, hey, are you babe? What's up?
No, that's not Erykah Badu.
So I made eye contact for a little bit, and then I'm like, there was a bunch of like really big dudes over there. I'm like, let me go across the street. Let me cross on this side and go
So
up.
her bodyguards?
No, they weren't like, they were just guys. They were like outside of some shop, and I don't know what they were. It was a lot of weird shit I saw that night. But
I can believe that, bro.
I'm pretty sure it was her. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of celebrities go to this event. It's probably her.
Okay, so I have a question for you. So
What?
if you were with Erykah Badu and you guys fell madly in love, and then
Yes, I'm eating the pussy all day, every day.
You're disgusting. That's not what I was going to ask you.
Continue.
Anyway, you guys madly in love, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I need you to be my wife. And you give her an engagement ring, and like you guys are engaged, and it's all great. And then for whatever reason, it's just like not great. And you're both like, you know what? Fuck this. We're not together anymore. Do you keep the ring, or do you let her keep it? Do you ask for the shit back?
All right. If she let me hit one more time, I might let her keep a ring.
Is that just for Erykah Badu or anybody?
Depending. Ask me that in 2 years. No, I think you have to give it. If you break it off, I think you have to give it back. That's just my thing. I
think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Like, you remember that scene from The Office where Angela was engaged to Andy, and then she was being a thought and fucking Dwight at the same time, and then they both found out she was cheating, and she didn't give the ring back to Andy, but instead she spent $25,000 on a show cat that was in Meet the Fockers. You don't remember that shit? Anyway,
I didn't watch The Office.
Anyway.
You didn't watch The Office.
Anyway,
you have work to do.
Yeah, you need to. Your whole life is a lie, Zev.
The only thing I've seen of The Office are the memes.
Literally, I don't even know you anymore.
Just season 1 through like 5 or 6. Whenever Michael Scott's not anymore, whenever.
Yeah, just when you don't need to watch anymore. But you should have the basics now. But yeah, no, that was like she spent that money, like 25. She spent she sold the ring on eBay and made all that money. And didn't even give it back. You say, well, why didn't you give it back? It's like, I figured he would want it. It's like, no, shit didn't work out. Give it back. It's just that simple.
Yeah, it's not about whether or not he would want it. It's like, here's my thing.
It's what's right.
The ring is supposed to be like a symbol of this commitment for like this. Now it's like lifelong. Like, you know, we're doing this thing. We're in it together. This ring like symbolizes this relationship. So if you're not in that relationship anymore, I don't see why you would feel entitled to keep something that was given to you in representation of the relationship. Mm-hmm. That's not to say like you have to give back everything that you were ever gifted. That's fucking petty and stupid. But I feel like specifically with an engagement ring, it's weird if you try to keep it. And you guys broke up.
Yeah, because it's not like you can just be like, oh well.
Unless the person tells you can keep it. But I still wouldn't want to keep it. No,
you still give it. I think you still give it back.
I don't want it. I don't want to be reminded.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say you gave that ring to me So that is a gift that is mine. You can't
All right,
come
here's-
back and be like, "Oh,
I
well,
will rebuttal with this.
This is now not mine anymore."
The
This is
ring-
not
That's
yours
fair.
anymore.
All right, so what happens? You
It's
you,
a gift on condition.
The ring
so.
You get
is
a- exactly.
The ring
You-
is conditional.
You get a car you get a loan from the bank to get a car, and you start paying that bitch to be like, well, all right, bring it back.
I signed my signature for that car. Show me where I signed my signature for this ring that you gave to me.
It's an unwritten rule. It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean,
like
you didn't physically sign.
Excuse me?
You signed when you said yes,
What?
bitch.
Yes,
Technically, if you do get married, you do have to sign the marriage license.
Yeah, but
how
these
long can
people-
you go
this
without signing
This
the
situation-
is
marriage
prior to
license?
the
In
marriage.
this situation, no one's getting
Nah,
married.
Because
if it
I feel
does-
like if after the marriage, at that point, yeah, it's mine. I'm
Y'all
not
put
giving
me.
it back.
I'm
Oh, no, you
about
give
to
it back.
make.
You
I'm
gonna
about
give
to
it
make
back.
a
If we're married-
pre-engagement.
If we
Like-
If
yo,
we're married and get a divorce, bro, that's my
nah,
ring.
you can give me that shit back. Nah, you can give it back. Listen,
If you wanted to get that
listen,
shit back, you should have got it back
listen,
before we got
listen.
married.
It's like this.
Dunzo.
It's like a company car. Yeah, you can have that.
Yes,
You can have
yes.
that car until
Go
you
off,
quit.
King.
Once you
Go
quit,
off.
give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. It's
I
no
mean,
longer
also,
yours. Give it
it's-
back. You didn't
It's
pay for it.
interesting
Give it
because it's
back.
such a one-sided thing, engagement rings. Like, how come girls don't get like guys engagement
But I
rings?
wouldn't want you to give me a ring.
Well, that's because society has
I
conditioned
want
you to
you
not
give
want
me a
one.
ring. I
It'd
want
be-
diamonds too. Goddamn it! I'm trying to be flossing.
See, look,
Give me a watch.
our child's progressive.
I want some hand jewelry.
I want a diamond grill.
Yeah, yes. I want gold grills. I
chain.
want
Propose to you with a grill.
Oh, shit.
I want a Cuban link like Biggie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
Give me a
this.
watch.
I'm gonna,
Big Cuban link. I want to roll it with diamonds in.
I'm gonna throw this out here, and I'm sorry for the people. I'm not sorry for the people who get offended. If you wear a grill in your mouth, you should kill yourself. That shit looks awful. It's stupid. Kill yourself.
It's fun.
It is pretty dumb.
Immediately.
It's pretty dumb, but I don't
I'm
know,
getting
man.
I'm getting the gold grill
Some
now.
people-
People that are
interested
rocking,
about it.
people
I'm
that are
doing it.
rocking grills probably have stink ass breath. I feel like
Definitely.
everybody rocking a grill's got stink
They
breath.
definitely
Definitely
have
do.
stale.
Not everybody.
have-
No,
You
not
Probably stale.
not the
You
people
weren't
with
brushing
dental
your
insurance.
teeth. Your teeth were hella yellow, so then you get some gold to put over that
The
shit.
the
Kill
ones
yourself.
with the ones without dental insurance definitely.
Definitely gonna have to keep upkeep or your breath's gonna stink because you do have metal in your mouth now. So you can't just be walking around not take care of them shits because your mouth's gonna smell.
But
like,
but you
Really
can't. You
out
got to
there
be careful
random at
what
the
kind
club,
of.
drinking, smoking blunts.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
shit
gosh.
is not. No, thank you. Kill
That
yourself.
seems like a bad idea.
There's plenty
No.
of people in this world.
Yeah.
We don't need you.
But yeah. Give
But
me
no, with the
give me a
ring-
Cuban link.
If I give it to you, I give it to you conditionally. So like, you call it what you want, but I'm gonna need that back. I'm gonna need it back.
It's
Get
like
that.
I
Run me my
understand.
money.
I actually understand both sides because on one
Run
hand,
it.
you gave it to me. At the end of the day, like what I do with it should be my choice.
You
if
broke the
gave it
rule.
to me. But at the same time, I understand that was supposed to mean something for that relationship. So personally, I wouldn't want to keep it because
What I understand is it sounds like there's a bunch of assumptions because when I asked you if you want to marry me and you say I do and I give you the ring, I never, there's no discussion about, oh, well, if we don't get married, you're not giving this ring back. You gave me that ring. You put it on my finger. So that means you gave that shit to me. That is a gift. It is mine.
See, that's why you gotta. See, this one thing.
Do as
That's why
I
you
want
gotta
my
blatantly.
shit.
See, you're right though. See, that's why you gotta
spell
blatantly.
it out.
You gotta blatantly tell, like, listen, I'm giving you this ring, but if for whatever reason you leave, I'm gonna need that back.
some people would say that's tacky.
I'll be like, fuck you. That's part of my damn condition.
Yeah. You lead this.
If you
You lead
don't
this. I
agree-
murder you.
That's a
How about
bold,
that?
That's a very bold move, sir. It's not very romantic.
It's like, hey, man.
You leave. You leave. I put a bullet in.
you gotta-
You can't propose
you gotta-
to someone
you gotta
and be like,
insinuate
slide
to
it on
it.
their finger.
Yeah,
and be like,
listen.
okay, now listen though.
Now listen though.
I will take the shit back
Listen.
off.
Listen.
Kucha's right. In a goddamn heartbeat, bitch.
You gotta hit him. Listen.
Play me and see what happens.
You gotta hit him.
I will. As Neil said so eloquently over the weekends, I will casket a bitch.
Clarence. Here's the thing.
Casket
Here's
a
what you
bitch.
gotta do. You gotta hit him with gang rules. Like, yeah, you can wear this, but the moment you fuck around, take them colors off. Give me them colors back. Give me that ring back. Because if you think you gonna walk around here with them colors on, then you ain't with me no more.
Or you're gonna
I'ma beat your ass.
try to profit off of this.
I'm to quote my dad, you either gonna get the ring back or I'm gonna take your finger off.
Oh my god!
Now that's a quote I can get behind. Put that on a
That's
t-shirt,
And
bro.
I
Those are
got a knife
aggressive
on me now.
tactics.
Let me snap it on.
Ooh, feel that, dude.
It doesn't take that much pressure to cut.
And for the listeners, that is a very sharp blade.
It's a little blade. It's a baby
a
blade.
blade.
All right, I better
Only
cut your
takes a
pinky
little
off.
blade.
Put your pinky up.
Finger
It
up.
only
Put
takes a little
your pinky
I'm
up.
not doing
I'll be
it.
there.
And if you can get in the grooves of the bones like you do with chicken, you can cut that shit hella easy. It doesn't take.
Yeah, all you gotta do
I
is
get in
get
between the finger and take it off.
the ligaments and tendons.
Like all you gotta do is just take the ring off. Think about it. Is it worth
Losing your
potentially
finger.
losing your finger because you won't
But
keep the
then
ring?
again, so what about the people who just like don't say anything? Like, why should I assume
What?
I'm gonna lose my finger?
That's a gamble that you play.
Well, that's
Why are you
Yeah.
assuming that you assuming that you wouldn't lose your finger?
Yeah, going around breaking men's hearts, people's
It's
hearts.
fucking crazy.
You can't.
And if I was
Bring
getting
that
married
out
to
there.
someone, I would
Here's the
hope
thing.
that they wasn't.
If I was to
Crazy.
get married to a woman, right, and she
Uh-huh.
gave me something, right,
Mm-hmm.
say for whatever reason it was verse, she gave me a ring or whatever, right. If we got divorced, I would expect to give her shit back. I would not be like, nah, you're not getting this back. Nah.
Wait, hold on. So I want to say, I feel like in movies and TV, I do see people give the band back, but not the engagement ring.
Because the band's cheap.
Oh yeah, no.
Or-
I'd be
Like,
like,
they'll have the
cheaper.
band in an envelope and be like, we're getting a
Cheaper.
divorce.
Cheaper.
I'd be like, yo,
They have no problem giving that one back.
I will murder you.
Oh, no.
I will hunt you down, and I will get what's mine.
I have a set of skills.
I have a set of
So-
skills,
So, ladies,
and I will harvest this ring,
Ladies,
no matter
if you're
what I
out-
have to do to harvest it.
Oh my
if you're
god.
out there looking for somebody, DJ,
You don't play.
Yeah, I don't. No, but I think they.
Wait, so then do you recycle
DJ's
the ring and you
available.
just hold
Oh,
it?
no,
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 no, I'm gonna take that and probably go buy some. Go to strip
Jordans to
club.
make you feel better.
Yo.
Nah,
You
we
need
off
more
that
than
shit. We ain't
Jordans.
buying Jordans
You
no
might need
more.
a vacation or something.
We buying vintage Nike shit.
all
No more
2020.
Jordans.
No, in all 2020, I need people to. You need to put some property, buy some property.
We buying some land.
Oh yeah.
We
We
buying some
buying.
land in Wyoming.
I'm buying. Yeah, we going to Wyoming. We're gonna build the
We're gonna-
FiendCast ranch.
We're gonna live next Kanye.
Bro,
We're
you buy
gonna have
land-
ping pong
You
shows.
brought land in Wyoming. It's cheap as hell. You can get a lot of land for real cheap.
All right, let's put our money together. Black wealth. But yeah, these hoes can't get shit. I want my ring back.
Give me the ring
I
back.
want my ring back. I want to reclaim my time.
It's not yours. Get it back.
I want my dick hours back. I want all the dick hours. I want all the hours I
So
put in
does
with
she have
the
to
dick.
give you back everything or just
Well,
the
not
ring?
everything. No,
Not every.
no.
I mean, well,
Just the ring.
Like you bought her a
Just the
shirt
ring.
one year. You
No,
bought her
just
this
the ring.
fucking.
if I bought her a shirt, I hope
Just
she's
the
too fat. She can't fit in it no more. She got to give it away.
Wait,
if-
whoa! Why are you fat shaming people?
I'm
off?
not fat shaming. I'm just saying.
But where'd the fat?
I
come
don't want
from?
her to enjoy this shirt. If I bought her a pair of shoes, I want her to have a weird growth spurt. Boom, feet too big, can't wear the shoes.
Bunion toe having.
But yeah, I want her to develop drastic bunions to where she can't even wear the shoes. Boom. Heaven forbid you go out and buy her a car or some
Okay, so
other
then, yeah.
ridiculous kind of.
Do you get the car? Do you ask for the car back?
Oh, I'm slashing all the tires. I'm putting an ignition bomb like the mafia.
Oh my gosh!
I'm going crazy.
I'm sending the repo man to get that fucking car.
Oh, I would definitely send the repo man.
I'm sending dog
like a thief in the night.
You would send the repo man.
I'll do anything
Yes, I
for
would
some
send the
petty
repo
shit.
man. Go pick the car up. Here's the address. I'm giving you the.
They
I'm
definitely didn't
I'm
pay
gonna-
for it. This
I'm
month.
gonna give him a spare copy of the key. You even got to break in and
Just go walk up the
take
block
it.
and just take the car.
Just fucking take it.
Yeah, I mean, there's limits to shit, but I'm just
Or
saying,
I might
like,
go park it somewhere, in a bad neighborhood and have it, insurance take care of it, maybe.
that way I win.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Everybody goes away a winner. She gets to be a broke bitch again, and I get my money back.
That's right.
It's just
Okay,
that
so
simple.
you're assuming that she came into the relationship as a broke bitch.
Not, I mean, emotionally, because we're not together anymore.
If you're getting her a car, she's probably a broke bitch.
Exactly. Anytime you see,
some
even
girls say, yes, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his too. Meaning, I have my own money in stacks.
Lies.
Use
Lies.
yours, nigga.
lies. No. If you,
So then you're a user then.
yeah, you with me and you.
Scammer is the term.
Oh, okay. There's a
yeah.
special place with them, and
Is
And
that
that's
better?
why you're gonna get a ring back.
Is
You're
that better?
scamming.
That's why you ain't getting shit from me. I'm being hella petty, and that's why your
Yeah.
car's getting repoed, scammer.
yeah. See,
That's
you
exactly
see,
motherfucking
y'all think
why.
y'all scamming dudes, but y'all really not. Like we pretend to let y'all scam us.
Is that what's happening?
But dudes are a lot of money. Like, if you were $50 million, you think giving a couple bands away to some chick that, I just scammed this dude. Like, no, I let, like your friend, I don't know her name. I can't remember her name.
She doesn't scam.
But she couldn't because number one, she don't got the looks to do it.
Don't say that. That's rude. She's cute.
All right. I'm not even gonna say that. My next comment was out of pocket, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you think you're scamming, but you're not.
Okay, I guess I still don't know why you had to bring her up, but
I don't know. I just thought of some thought tree. Thought tree juice.
Because in a sense, she seemed like, but nah, you're not getting this ring back. Nah, you gonna get that ring back.
Now see, if that was me, I'm throwing hands.
We gonna fight.
Okay,
I want my ring back.
Just randomly, I wonder, so would you be open to your person, like, buying their own ring? What if they bought their own ring?
Well, different. You bought it. It's your money.
Well,
I can't take
you can't take dominion over property that you didn't own, you weren't in the involvement of purchasing.
So is it about the money then, and not about the ring?
Well, no, it's the gesture. If you bought a pair of shoes right now, and I come in and say, "Oh, well, those are nice shoes," whatever, give them up. No, but if I buy you a pair of shoes and I see that they're dirty and you're wearing them, it's like, "Yo, what are you doing with those shoes that I bought you?" It's that kind of, it's the I did this thing. So that's how I look at it. Like,
it's more of the. It's like if you bought, like, say you had like a big fancy party to go to, you bought yourself some fancy shoes specifically for this party.
Yeah.
I got these shoes to look fancy for this party. That party gets canceled. Are you going to keep the shoes or are you going to take them back? You're probably going to take them back because you had it specifically for that. The wedding ring is specifically for the marriage. If that wedding
or you're just going to keep the shoes and be like, I might be able to use them again.
Who's going to...
A female will.
I mean, but
like shoes.
Yeah, but the dude will take
my mom committed one time. She had so many damn shoes. She had a shoe room. Said, I will call whores on your ass if you don't fucking get rid of
these fucking shoes.
Burn them.
You'll get rid of some goddamn shoes.
You ain't got that many feet.
You don't have thousands of feet.
You don't have 100 feet. What's wrong with you?
2 feet.
Yeah, you don't have. Yeah, no one person has 100 feet.
You ain't gonna wear all them shoes.
Not even 100 pairs of shoes.
You know what's wild is I feel like nobody wears all of their shoes. Even if you only have like 5 pairs of shoes, you probably only wear 2 of them. You know, like
no, I agree with that. I got shoes. I took some shoes down to Miami that I hadn't worn since 2017.
Did you wear them?
Yeah, I wore them. Okay. I wore them to the race. I was like, oh, this is nice. And I was quickly reminded why I don't wear those shoes anymore.
They hurt?
They was tearing them feet up. What?
Not really. No, it's not that. It's just like they get dirty very easily. So I had to like tiptoe in my Jordans. Like I had to like be very careful where I
wait, hold on, real
I
quick.
hate the new shoe walk.
You're tiptoeing through the dirt?
Yeah, I was tiptoeing.
Speaking of tiptoeing. People got to be safe out here, you know. You got to tiptoe
into the taxis.
Don't tiptoe into the Ubers.
Ubers
okay?
have never been safe if you think about it, bro.
It's
like
weird.
It's really the
think about everything
Wild West.
Think about everything they've been teaching you since elementary school. They would tell you don't get in the car with strangers, right? You're literally a grown ass adult.
This isn't supposed to be a stranger though, because you have the app and you have a picture of them.
But you fucking
no, but it's the thing. This is the thing.
Not a fucking stranger.
No, this is the thing.
That doesn't make them not a stranger. I don't know.
We've all taken Ubers here, right? Everybody's, I'm assuming.
No, not me. I don't trust.
All right. Well, minus Coutre. We've all taken Ubers here, and it's happened. It's had to have happened to everybody. A car pulls up, right, and it's not the 2018 Nissan,
whatever,
Juke or whatever that you ordered. It's a fucking Crown Vic. You know, and it's like, whoa, okay, but they roll the window down.
You still get in,
and they say, oh, hey, Zab, right? And you go, yeah, all right, yeah, you know, and you don't ask questions, you just get in.
That's a lie. We haven't all done that. I've never done that.
I have ridden in Ubers. I've never gotten in a car that was unidentified. I'm not getting in a Crown Vic for sure.
No, and then also all the times I've...
the Crown Vic might be a little bit over-exaggerated, but I'm just saying.
Be cop cars, and 2, otherwise, nigga, I don't know you. This is not the car that's supposed to show up.
Exactly.
We have a plan right here. And
this isn't what my app
if
say.
you're falsifying this document, there's no telling what kind of other documents you're
I don't
falsifying.
have time for
All right,
it.
but here's my
Insurance.
other follow up question is I'm not follow up question, but like they take advantage of people who are drunk, right?
But that's the thing.
Like,
Is like
you
you
pull
gotta be
up,
responsible.
Hey, all you need is a name. Oh, hey, are you so and so? Yeah, I'm the Uber. Okay, you're too drunk. You don't even know what's up or down. Of course, you go. You think you go into this safe
That's the
place.
problem, though. You shouldn't get that drunk and be alone.
Drunken Paler. Good luck with drunken.
No,
Paler.
you shouldn't.
Because, like, if
You
you
shouldn't.
at least have another person with you, the chances of you getting snatched up or some weird shit happening
I had a
slims. But if you're that fucking plastered, you don't need to be going
I
anywhere
had
by
an
yourself.
ex-girlfriend that they would go to, her and her friends would go to brunch and I'm like, this is ungodly. Like, this is the Sabbath. Y'all over here getting lit like this.
Here you
like-
go bringing up brunch. No, I'm kidding.
I will beat you and Javar. I will beat you both the fuck up. I'm not even fucking playing. Y'all don't like fucking hoes and
eat
fucking
waffles?
and waffles and bacon and champagne.
I
It'll
like bacon and wings.
they try to make me out to be a monster.
I like
Fuck
Nobody
y'all.
made you
I
out
like
to be a
mimosas
monster.
and Bloody Marys with all types of vegetables
I will
and shit
fuck
inside
up some
of them.
mimosas, man. I love
But I'm just saying,
oranges.
like doing all that, and I'm like, y'all out here taking Ubers or whatever. Like, y'all got to be.
I don't trust.
I had to talk with him. Like, you have to be careful. Like, you can't just go out and do this shit and then think it's okay because I might not be there the next time. You know what I mean? Like, or you just, I might be out of town. Or I'm calling an Uber. Like, you have to be very, very, very careful with that shit.
I rely on the fact that I'm crazier than a lot of people, so I don't worry about it.
What I'm saying, here's the thing. Like,
Altrell
if
basically said he'll casket
here's
a
the thing.
bitch.
If
I
you're
would
okay,
kill both of us in this fucking car.
know what I'm saying? If you're okay
Jesus,
with that
take the
whole
wheel.
premise, that's something. So, look, if you're okay with the fact that you're hopping into a strange motherfucker's car and something may potentially happen, hey, bro, it's all good. But I'm saying you still take on that risk of you are still jumping into. I don't give a fuck if they verified. They really don't mean shit. They still a fucking strange person.
It
You
really
still
is just
jumping
a
in the backseat of the
digital
fucking
little
car.
blue check mark that
Yeah.
says it's that person.
Yeah,
but-
like,
I mean, people,
What the fuck
I'm
and
supposed-
people
yeah, what the
rig
fuck
their
that means?
apps and shit, you know, like
I'm pretty sure they
and-
sign up for those jobs online though. Like you just have to get online, fill out information, give them an ID number,
Yeah.
and then that's it. Like they don't interview anyone.
Like I doubt they're doing
Yeah.
deep ass
No
background
checks,
checks
yeah.
on you. They're probably doing like top level background checks.
Oh,
And then
it's
you-
a job
at that, not
everybody
even,
should do.
not even that. Like, hey, you got a pulse?
Okay, drive his car.
Hey, can you read?
Is your car less than 10 years
Okay.
old? You're good.
You can be a Uber.
Does your car have a seatbelt?
You guys hear about the thing
Yes.
that they're doing where they are having people turn in their cars for Uber credits, for like yearly Uber credits. So you can get like they want people to turn in their cars to Uber, like sell their cars to Uber, and then they will give them credits on Uber rides for but they still
Fuck
have to
you.
pay like a
No
subscription
way.
for it.
Wait. So
You
do
can
they
get
give
the-
you the amount of credits that your car is worth, or do they give you a
Probably
year worth
not.
of credit?
They'll probably give you like the less than the value of your car's worth for.
So you trade in your car, get like
You trade in your car for-
$200. Like,
You get
nigga,
10
this shit
rides.
wasn't worth it. Fuck you.
Yeah, you get
At
2
all.
surge rides.
No, like we did the thing with the scooters where I found out, which is also a very, 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 very cool and just hip way to get around. Like it makes a lot of sense. It's not putting a lot of pollution out. It's all electronic shit.
You
And
can't get kidnapped when you're driving the scooter.
can't.
'Cause
It's
you're the
too
one driving
you're too
it.
quick. You're too quick.
Too quick,
Zip
bro.
zip zoom.
Yeah, but you're in Florida, so you can get hit.
You
real
get that.
easy.
That is also.
You can't get hit.
Never came
Uh-huh.
close.
But, honestly,
People
just
respect
need
the
to
right
be,
of way.
like, cautious out here. Don't just get into a car
Don't
That's
drunkenly
not
hop
the
in the
car.
back seats.
that you're looking for. Also, just in general, if you're not at home or like at a hotel or at a indoor place where you can go to sleep, you don't need to be getting like so shit faced that you don't know what's going on around
Listen,
you.
If I want to get shit
Big
faced,
facts.
I'm gonna get shit faced.
Don't tell
I'm
me
gonna
No,
hop
don't
into
go
the-
out in
don't-
public and do
don't-
that
Don't
shit.
you tell me what to do if I want to get shit
I'm
faced
trying to
and
keep
hop
y'all
into the
safe.
back.
This is America.
I'm trying to keep you safe,
I want to
baby.
get fucked up and hop into the back of a strange car. That's what I'm going to do. You better respect it.
I respect you and I respect your choices, but I just want you to be safe. And I feel like
My choice is to get hammered recklessly.
that doesn't sound safe.
Excuse me, respect that though.
I respect your choice
Okay.
to make
Could-
it, but
That's
I
all
don't
care about.
want you
like,
to do it.
R.I.P. to that person who got killed. But it's like they literally that video. Like she literally just jumps into the back of that car, and that wasn't even an Uber driver. Like that wasn't even an Uber driver. She just drunkenly see her like drunkenly walk up and just hop into the back of the car. It's like what the fuck? Like.
Wait, what happened?
It was like, I want to say some months back. Like, it's that one bride, she had got basically robbed and killed by this one dude who wasn't even like a Lyft or Uber driver.
Really
but it's like,
scary.
if you go and watch the security footage, like you just see her like drunkenly walk out and just jump into the back of the car and the dude just drives off. Like, once again, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, you're drunk. At least with the taxi cab, not saying they all, but at least there's some accountability, some shit happened. But with Uber, they're not fucking checking them niggas. Like, I guarantee you it's not as thorough. Like, oh, you got a good car? Okay, you good to go.
Yeah. Anytime, if there's no hands-on involvement where they're not sending a rep or like some kind of service agent from Uber to come out and like inspect your car and be like, oh, well, this works. Check all the blinkers and all, just to give the eyeball the car, put eyes on it and say, okay, well, this thing is safe to drive. If they're not gonna do that, then anything. It's a fucking wild wild west. Anything can happen.
Just really, y'all be safe out here getting in these Ubers and these Lyft. People be like just buying those little lights and shit.
People steal them. People steal those.
People steal them. You gotta be careful because honestly, trafficking's been like a really prevalent. It's always been a problem, but it's becoming more and more
aware of that, though.
Yeah.
Which is one of them things where if you kind of thought about it, it's like, hey, it is kind of easy to steal people if you think about it. 'Cause people are dumb.
People are
gullible,
oblivious.
People are very dumb. Like, hey man, come to this modeling thing I'm having at my house.
Yeah. Oh, I'm about to get paid. It's like, no, you about to get the exact opposite of paid.
Like, come on. Hey, I got a modeling, I'm looking for some models. Come to my basement. Come to my basement.
I'm shooting for the, we're taking video for, the new R. Kelly documentary. Any girl step forward.
What? Okay. So we're moving on from that.
It's on you. Yes, I do.
Okay. But
be on your remix.
Craziness. So how far do everyone here? No, you've been on a plane, right?
I have been on planes. Yeah, plenty of planes.
Okay, you've obviously been on planes.
Yeah.
You've never been on a plane.
Nope.
I've been on a plane.
But we gotta get you on a plane.
Sometimes
we gotta get you on a plane, bro.
He is in a couple weeks when we go to Colorado.
Oh, bro, you about to get.
I'm going to sleep.
All I got. Hold up. I'm looking at her. It better be goddamn first class for him.
Anyway,
first class.
You can't get him used to first class first time because he'll never want to go back.
It doesn't matter.
He's got to deal with the coach.
He's
got to deal with
I'm not finding coach with the buzzards.
Listen, there's this lady
from
Florida, I believe.
West Florida.
All right, what was give us
on
some
the plane?
Was she?
It was American Airlines or some shit. I don't think it was American. It was something with American in the title.
Was she a white man?
I don't know that actually.
Can we play guess what race it is afterwards?
We gonna call it.
Okay,
we'll do that afterwards.
We'll try to figure it out. But long story short, and you can look this up. It's on CNN and shit. But this bitch,
fake news,
asked if she
not real news
could move her seat. She was complaining. She was uncomfortable.
Why was she uncomfortable?
Like, no, I guess her seat was too small. I don't know. She just didn't.
But aren't all the
seats
the same size?
What
the ones in the front are a little bit bigger.
So she's a big bitch. That's what this is.
We don't know that.
I'm just assuming.
DJ.
Continue.
So rude. Okay. So she's like, I want to move. And they're like, nah, you can't do that. And then she's like, oh my God, I'm so sick.
This is while the plane is in the air, by the way. This is there in flight. Right?
So the plane is up and moving in the air.
Yes. They've already taken off.
Oh, well.
And so then she complains about being sick.
Mm.
So then the pilot actually ends up, okay, let's land this puppy then. Let's land this bitch. And, so they did a quick landing and turns out she's not sick. So the police were called.
You going to jail.
The lady was definitely detained. I think she might have actually been Baker acted, possibly.
No, I can definitely see.
Because she refused when they landed, she refused to get off the plane.
Because she was like, oh, shit. She's
Well,
like,
because
oh,
they landed
fuck.
to try to get her medical attention.
Yeah.
She knew that once
She's
she
like,
got
oh,
off-
damn.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, I'm
I feel
No,
like
I'm
she should have
good.
just committed.
Yeah, no, I'm
Well,
good.
How
She's-
upset would you be? Like, you just wanted to change the seat, so you did this extra shit, and now they trying to get you committed
She's-
because you ain't want to get
She's
off.
clearly tried this before and it's worked. So
They got
I mean,
they got
I
the
think she's definitely tried it before, and it's definitely worked.
they got the
worked.
fly up and just drop her from 30,000 feet, bro.
But how
I think
upset
that's
would
an
you?
aggressive tactic.
How upset would you be though? Like, if you obviously what you did was dumb as fuck that you did it, but how upset would you be that they literally land the plane to get you mental health? You're like, no, I'm straight. I don't want to get off. Next thing you know, they're like, nah, what you mean I don't want to get off? I'm like, nah, I don't want to get off. Then, no, you're getting committed. How upset would you be? Like, nah, bro, I don't want to get committed.
I'd be very upset, but I couldn't be upset with anyone but myself.
You
How
can't
upset-
not get committed at that point because
How
you going into the crazy house.
How upset would you be as another person?
I was about
on
to
that
say,
plane?
as the
Oh, yeah.
other passenger,
You
I'd be
definitely-
pissed.
Yeah, if I can't get hands on you first,
Bitch.
Bro.
No, I wouldn't. Do
you
that.
better hope they bake her at
You
your
think-
fucking ass.
You think my road rage is bad?
Yeah, I'm
If I
fucking
got-
late. I got babies to kiss and bitches to catch.
If I gotta go
I fucking got me running behind
I gotta go
because
to
you
another
because you
security-
playing games.
another security checkpoint at this airport. I'm whooping somebody's ass. You better believe it. We are fighting.
You to fuck the whole thing up because you wanna be extra.
Yeah.
Of all the ways to switch the seat, you had to do the one that caused the plane to land. You could have been like, hey,
I just got up and moved.
You could have sat your ass in your seat. The
Or you
flight
coulda
was
just-
probably
Oh, you
less
might
than-
did that.
Dealt
the
with
flight
Yeah,
was
you
probably
coulda-
less
or
than
you could have
4
been like,
hours.
listen, I got very weak bowels. I gotta move
Yeah.
because if I'm not in the right seat, I might shit the seats.
Or you could have just popped the perk 30.
Oh, you could have did that. You definitely could have went to sleep. You could just took some
Yeah.
pills and
Don't
went to sleep.
advocate people taking drugs that aren't prescribed
Listen.
to them.
Half a Zan, 13 hours.
Till I land.
Yeah,
Had me out like a light.
that's right.
Like a light.
But I mean, that's the
Like a
recommended
light.
dosage. You're not supposed to take perks for it, but yeah, Zan,
Yeah,
that's
just-
quick.
I mean, at least if you're high during the flight, if the plane does go down, you won't know.
Yeah. You just be too perked out.
Just be
You see
like-
that video of the guy,
I don't want to be
the Asian dude,
No.
he like drove this. I saw it on Twitter. He drove his car into like one of those cement lamp posts, like the big one,
Uh-huh.
and the cold front, like the airbag was out, like the whole front of the car is total, but somehow the batteries, the music's still going, and he's like jamming out the like Future, and he's just like just hitting it, just getting, and like people are like surrounding him, like, are you okay? Like, are you? And he just like his eye, he's just like, he's just perked out, very
wow,
perky.
that's awful.
very perky, probably a concussion. It sounds
No,
like.
that
Oh, he
boy,
definitely got a concussion.
that boy was Zan.
That boy definitely got a concussion after hitting that shit.
Xanax is terrible.
Wow. Yeah, don't do drugs, kiddos.
Pop a
Definitely
perk.
don't do.
Hey,
Definitely
hey
don't do
kid,
Xanax.
kid, you popping perks yet?
I
Perks
don't
are
think
for
anybody
losers,
should
kids.
do
Do
that.
better drugs.
Don't
There's better drugs.
Hey kid,
out
you
there.
smoking
try to
yet?
stay away from drugs if you can.
All the drugs. Do all of them. I mean, stay away from them. Don't do them. They're all terrible. All the drugs I've
Look,
done are terrible.
I say
every single one of
I
them.
say you're gonna do them anyway, so just
Oh.
go ahead and
That's
do
not
them.
true. There's a lot of people who live
They're so
their
bad.
whole life completely sober and they are happy.
I
ish,
wonder.
or
I,
look happy.
I
I
question
don't know.
those people, and I wonder what type of mentality they have in their mind that they've never done anything to expand their mind drug wise.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
definitely not ready for any chemical warfare, is what I tell people. Like, I'm preparing for chemical warfare. If any country drops any chemicals on us, I'm gonna know exactly what it is. I know how to
I'd
handle
be like,
myself on it.
you'd be like, oh shit, it's that perk 30 shit.
Yeah.
They try to drop on everybody,
They dropping
like napalm.
They dropping opiates on people to get us fucked up.
Everybody,
They drop
quick,
any-
get some orange juice.
They drop any hallucinogens.
Nobody
I'm
think
gonna know.
about that. That's actually a smart idea. Imagine you expect them to like drop a nuke. Nah, bitch, we dropping acid from the skies.
Because the people that don't do it, what the fuck are they going to do?
They're like,
They're going to be
fuck.
so disoriented, bro. They're
they're
gonna
gonna lose
be
their
Yeah.
lives.
This is
Maybe.
how this is kind of like you guys are like war veterans. Like you guys are drug veterans. To
Okay,
a certain
I've
good
done-
drug veterans.
General
I have
Impaler.
tried 2 recreational drug activities, and you know what? That's it. I don't have anything else to say about that, actually. But I'm not an advocate for doing drugs. I'm actually quite afraid of drugs. Like
Which ones?
Like, I've never done coke. I don't really ever plan on doing it. it just freaks me the fuck out, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't like stuff in my nose. First and foremost, I'm not rubbing shit on my gums.
Well, I don't think anybody likes anything in their fucking nose.
And so I'm not going to do it voluntarily.
Would you allow someone to take a straw and blow cocaine in your butthole, and then you wouldn't have to have it up
now? That's yikes.
No,
but I get it.
I wouldn't.
Take a step, black bolt of kush in their face.
I appreciate that you took a second to pretend that you were thinking about it.
No, I was thinking about it, but I don't think that would be a good idea. I think if anything, that would be more dangerous.
It absolutely would be more dangerous. It's bypassing all of the
Yeah.
organs that filter the stuff out,
straight in,
and it's straight into the system. It's not a good idea.
No,
not at all.
Negative.
I would say, from my experience, though, all of the drugs that I've done, like, you get really hyped up when you're young, and, you know, there was the Don't Do Drugs campaign and all that stuff when you were
Fuck Nancy Reagan.
All the,
bitch.
This is your brain,
wow.
This is your brain on drugs, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
All the movies try to make it out to seem like everything's crazier, but I have done my fair share amount of drugs, I will say, and none of them have been as intense.
Just don't smoke meth. Don't smoke meth.
Don't do meth and don't do heroin.
I feel like you should be good if you could.
You probably should not do heroin if you don't have a strong enough will.
Yeah, don't be tying off. Don't tie off to do anything.
Sir, you don't have to tie off to do heroin.
You can smoke it.
You can smoke it. You can snort it, depending on what type of heroin you get.
That heroin,
if it's fine China and not the black tar, then you can snort it. And people just snort it like they do painkillers.
That just honestly
don't fuck up like Jim Morrison,
crushing up some trammies.
Seems like one of the scariest things to me. Like, I could never.
It's just like PKs.
See, my thing is
strong PKs.
Like Pixie does.
My thing is, I'm not doing nothing that.
No.
Well, I guess you could technically die if you do bad shrooms.
Yeah,
What?
I don't do anything that I could potentially die from doing.
You can't die from
a bad
acid,
one,
but
know?
bad shrooms could kill you.
Like, if I smoke a bowl,
Yeah, you could cut
I'm
your dick off and jump off a building.
There might be something in there
Wu-Tang Bow
that might kill you. You don't know. You never know what's gonna kill you.
But it's not the weed, is what I'm saying.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
Oh,
what if there's
talk about it?
What if there's a strain of weed that
have
has
you-
a chemical that you're allergic to, and then you just die from it?
Yeah, but what happens if you're like the operator error?
No.
Like you're so high
No.
that you can't you don't know what's going on around you.
If you're the who?
On what?
Like operator error. Like let's say you get so high and you try to drive home. Like drunk driving.
On
but,
what? I was
but you're
gonna say
high.
On what impairment? On
You're just
High
high.
off of what?
Like
off of
weed.
what?
Okay, I mean, because people are high off of all types of
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. There's lots of drugs to be high.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because
I don't
you-
appreciate that. That's just not.
Because don't you dare discredit the drugs, the multitude of drugs that I can be high on, sir.
Or you could do some dumb shit like you go to smoke some shit like, oh bro, this weed, you go to smoke it.
It's
like,
like, no, this PCP,
Or you're
bro.
like, damn, this weed smell kind of weird, bro.
Okay, too.
This weed. Why does weed smell like Clorox?
Put some PCP.
Like, hold on, wait a minute, what is this? Oh, fuck,
Yo, why that chair moving, bro?
That's probably what had my buddy smearing shit all over that school. Was fucking PCP. I keep telling people.
What?
He smeared shit
Oh, we
on the
didn't talk
school.
about it last week because we didn't record.
Like his shit?
You didn't?
All right.
Nah, because dude, basically what happened, our trail knew somebody, and apparently homeboy smoked. What the report said, he smoked a marijuana
The
blunt.
report itself said he ingested a marijuana blunt.
Okay.
Ingested a marijuana blunt, and because of the said marijuana blunt, he broke into an elementary school, which I actually substituted at the elementary school. He broke into the elementary school, hide his mind, naked, and proceeded to rub shit on the walls.
Not completely naked, bottomless.
He was just bottomless. He was just
T-shirt?
bottomless.
He had a t-shirt
T-shirt
on?
He was full Winnie the Pooh, rubbing shit on the
Full
walls.
Winnie the Pooh mode. Rubbing shit, and he found a cake, and he was rubbing shit and frosting on the wall.
That nigga was smoking wet.
He said he was in there for 2 hours.
That man was
Apparently, they got him on video.
That man was on PCP.
He's an acquaintance of an acquaintance
Angel
of
does.
mine.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah,
I didn't know like
it's-
to get wet, son.
He smoked some PCP.
That boy crazy.
Or a booth. He smoking a booth PCP.
Somebody gave him something. Or he
That boy was that wasn't weed.
We know who else who smokes booths, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Okay. So, yeah, there's that. Smoking's illegal.
Don't smoke any PCP.
You know what else is
That
illegal?
would suck. Imagine that.
medical
Imagine
here.
going to like
Not
somebody
crack.
passing you the blunt
Oh,
or something, and you thinking that
and Amsterdam.
you thinking it's gonna be good, and then you
That's
just
not here.
fucking start losing your shit because it's laced with some shit. You
And
gotta
that-
fight that person.
Oh, you gotta fight him before you start tripping out. Like, bro, I gotta beat your ass for this shit set in.
I got a good
I got a good 5 minutes.
130 seconds.
I owe somebody an ass whooping. I'm telling you right now. He's lucky that I did not fight him while I was on the drugs that he gave me because my heart was racing, bro. And it would have been a bad situation. I do not appreciate it. I do not appreciate
You
being
can't be
drugged,
dosing
okay?
people, bro.
You
Like-
cannot be dosing people. Give me the drugs that I asked for, sir. What the
What
hell?
the fuck is this?
What the hell is
It's
wrong
like,
with
oh
you?
shit! Because when you just smoked it, you already in for. It's like it's
And
not
then-
like you cannot unsmoke it.
And then
like,
the drugs that you're giving me, like I can't do them. I'm not.
I'm not
it's
equipped
different
to
drugs.
deal with this.
If I'm planning on doing a certain drug and I put it in a paper towel and parachute technique it,
yeah.
and the drug that you give me is not supposed to be fucking parachuted, you got me eating drugs that I should not be ingesting that way. That's not how they work. So, that shit is
Like,
dangerous.
you son of a bitch, you set me up.
Okay, lesson in drugs, kids. Don't do them. Also, I hope
Always
that there
get
are
a
no
drug
children that listen to this show.
Always
I don't
get a
think
drug
that
guinea
there
But
are.
if you are,
always get a drug guinea pig.
Underage.
Yeah,
You probably are,
Yeah.
but
If you
I
listen
don't-
to this
I
show
don't
and you're underage, you're a fucking little degenerate.
You're degenerate. Your
Your
parents
mom's
be
a
ashamed of
hoe.
themselves.
Your mom's a hoe, and you're a fucking dirty little latchkey kid.
If you're listening to the show,
Well, I was a
underage,
latchkey kid.
No, you weren't. You need to get back in school, get your life together, put your shit together, kid. Okay. Watch Arthur and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood on
Stay your
PBS.
asshole. You
Stay your
watch-
fucking asshole and do your goddamn homework.
You watch Electric Company.
Yeah,
I was
let
watching
Boomer
Clifford,
Foo.
listen, kids.
Bears Seen Bears,
Spread the show to all your
watching
friends.
Cyber Chase.
Share
That's
it on
that
all
PBS
your social
shit.
medias. I don't care how old you are. 2 to fucking 17.
Ages 2 to 2
Share
and up.
this shit.
Yeah, share this show.
The
little
FiendCast
bitch.
for the kids.
This is
We
not for kids.
love you.
I don't.
Yes.
No, I don't love these kids, but I don't want to see them.
I don't love
How
the kids
do we
either.
reach these
How do I reach
Kids.
these kids?
Memes.
kids?
Yeah, just give
Memes.
there has to be a meme of I don't know, so and so smoking said booth, and
Okay,
just
we're
like
moving on
don't
from
don't
booths.
don't do this.
You
Don't
know it
smoke
was
booth.
a booth.
Don't smoke the
Hey.
100 booths.
You know it's a booth goof.
Huh?
Do it about baba doo bop.
The police officers
Them
who
niggas.
shot up.
They wasn't smoking booth. They were just firing shots.
They were just they were
it
just
seemed like
they
they
were
must
just
have
being
been
American.
booth.
That's what happened.
Them boys is American.
See, because this story is kind of not. It's a little close to home because my dad works for UPS, but he doesn't drive he drives freight, so
He's in
it's a
trouble.
Big
different.
trucks.
Yeah, so
Big
like
truck.
the box trucks are the brown jump car as they call it.
Yeah.
They are if you ever seen them pull up in your neighborhood or whatever, that door is like always open.
Yeah.
It's always
Correct.
open.
Uh-huh.
So it's not like they had to really do any work
To jump in.
to hijack these guys. They robbed a jewelry store in Coral Gables. And it was funny because I not funny, but I checked, I had to find this shit out on Twitter. I'm like, oh shit, this shit going on down here while I'm like fucking down here. Like I had no idea. I'm like, god damn, what the fuck? And they robbed the fucking jewelry store, shit went south, and they
took
fucking,
the truck,
the
right?
first person they ran up on just happened to be,
and they held him hostage.
and that's the thing, it's like,
had him
how,
driving.
You would think you jump in a
And-
faster vehicle.
Exactly.
Than a fucking UPS
You-
truck.
That doesn't seem like a.
it's
How-
the dumbest thing.
But,
The
I mean,
cops
they
were
trying
right
to be
on
quick.
them.
Be
You know?
quick! All the cars on the
No.
street, you jump in the UPS truck.
They got an open door,
Yeah, they had an open door.
but it's
But-
a convenient option. That's what you're missing.
Yeah, no, I see
I'm not
that way,
see
but,
it, but
it's like that's like when you get in the wrong
Well,
car in
duh.
GTA and then you can't outrun them and they do that pit maneuver on you
Oh,
and then you try to get out but you surrounded. It's similar situation. They got caught. They was evading the cops and then they got caught. They went fucking 20 miles. They were just fucking good getting it, and they ended up they tried to break through but they couldn't get through all the cars, so they got caught right in the middle of that intersection, and it was just like. At that point, it was like some set it off shit. They started busting at the cops first,
and then the
Yeah.
cops shoot back.
and then the
problem,
cops
though,
unloaded
the-
too quickly.
The problem is that the cops should have said, "Hey, civilians. There's a lot of civilians here. Let me use my cop sense and try to handle this in the least damaging way to the city and the civilians. But the problem is a lot of police officers are very reactive.
They're like, listen.
So they're just...
No, listen, the cops are like, hey, bro, Waco.
Waco.
We gotta go full Waco right now.
It sucks. 200
shots. 100 shells in the street.
When other people have to fucking die. Like, because of this shit.
Because I look at it from two sides, right? Like, you have, could somebody have been hit with a stray bullet from the suspects in? Yeah, of course.
That's different.
The police
aren't the police.
The police sent more rounds at the suspects than the suspects could send at them. Like, they had, I don't know how many officers, but 200 rounds. And if you've shot a gun before, been to a gun range, like, I mean, you can let off. You can let off 10 rounds pretty quickly. How fast it can go.
That means multiple people were reloading.
Yeah,
and firing off into the thing.
Well, not even reload. I mean, I wouldn't even say reloading.
Someone had to reload. For real.
They had so many. Like, you could see the bullet holes coming through the live video. You could see the bullet holes coming through. They were like going in one side of the truck and coming out the other side. Like, you could see, like, everybody was just. They pretty much had this thing surrounded.
Those UPS trucks are thin, but it's not that metal is hella thin.
But they had it surrounded, and then I'm just like, I don't think they got that on camera, or they did blur it out, but you can see those trucks the driver door is open, and so is the jump door. So that's the door. Like, if you have around Christmas time, they hire like driver helpers, and all they do is they sit in that seat and they hop out and they deliver the package to the door. So it makes the job the driver more efficient and all that shit. And like, you could see whoever got hit, like, body fell like out of that door, and then they immediately blurred it. But like, they were pretty much surrounded, is what I'm saying. So like, no matter what they did, it was.
My question is, how much value did they rob?
They didn't get any. They didn't. I don't think they got anything.
So they just
so now there's people dead.
At least 2 people, right?
But the thing is once
the driver, and then at least another.
Another guy,
civilian.
Yeah, who was in his
3 people.
Who was 2 suspects, the driver of the UPS truck, and then another civilian who was just in his car, like on the other intersection or something, like, who got hit with a stray bullet and killed him instantly. So it's like, in those situations, it's like, how, like, you want the threat, you want to neutralize the threat. The police is like, we got to neutralize this threat now. You can't let them continue to drive or whatever, but like, maybe it would have been a better idea to not box them in and let them get to a location. Or maybe
it would have.
No, well, box
100% would have been a better idea.
Box them in somewhere where they don't.
Are you a police officer?
Do some detective.
Are you a police officer?
I'm not.
I'm sorry, officer.
No, but I know that I'm not somebody who should be a police officer. And honestly, I feel like we've talked about this before. Like, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people agree, like, there needs to be some more thorough, like, police training or screening or whatever the fuck, because I feel like when innocent people like die because at the hands of the police, not suspects or anybody else, at the hands of the police, that is 100% the police's responsibility. I don't want to hear, oh, well, if the suspect didn't shoot. Bitch, you're supposed to handle the shit. You are supposed to keep people safe. If you are the direct cause why someone died, regardless of what this other person did, it's still your job to, like, keep people safe. Period.
It's like,
that's how that works.
It's like when you play. It's like when you play Metal Gear and you're trying to get the S rating, but you just start shooting everybody.
You're just like,
and you get a C. It's like nah. But nah. I mean, you think UPS is gonna reimburse everybody who got their packages shot the fuck up?
Yeah, like, yo, man, I had my blender.
What's that email look like?
My kajiggers.
That's the real issue.
Yeah, they shot up. The cop shot up my kajiggers.
Hey, looks like
It's like-
there's a problem with your package.
Like, what package did
No worries, we'll have it reshipped in no time.
No, with that, but then like the family, like
But nah, I'm talking
that
shit.
guy, like they have generous life insurance policies.
But it's like,
So the families, them kids are gonna be set for life, but
it was definitely a
It's
situation.
still
You know how
happened.
long he was working there? How you know he even had
it doesn't matter. It's a PR thing. Even if he didn't,
Yeah, it looked bad. It looked bad.
yeah, it looks bad. They're gonna back the Brinks truck up and make sure those kids are taken care of. Because that's the thing. The whole fucked up part, the really fucked up part about it is not only how young he was, but that that wasn't even his route. He was driving. He was filling in for somebody else. So somebody else's, particularly chance to die, turn to die.
I don't know who called in.
obviously
Whoever
not.
called in sick that day, it was their lucky one, boy.
He's like, oop. And I oop.
And now,
Damn.
but yeah, that's sad. But I
That's
think
really, that's crazy. It's so weird how things happen because it's like, I live in this constant like battle of, are things predetermined or do we determine them? Or is it a combination? Like, it's really weird. Like, was that?
Well, I don't think there's
like,
any real. I mean, I think it's a combination of both. Like, there's certain things. Like, obviously, if you do too much drugs, or you drink too much, or what, like something could happen to you.
Yeah.
But there's also like I said, random acts. Like this guy, he was doing his job, and that also brings up another debate. Should delivery drivers or people who work in that field now, are they going to be allowed to carry guns now to protect
That'll
themselves?
probably eventually become a thing. Like, they'll have heat on them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, this is Florida.
I'm sure there's people there who do it.
I'm pretty sure they can
under the
justify
cover.
it.
Are you able to carry if you have your conceal and carry permit here in Florida, which is what we're talking about, where we live? Are you able to have your conceal and carry permit and carry while you're on the clock?
I guess it
No.
depends on
I don't think so.
UPS.
Company?
Depends on your company, but no,
I don't think
UPS,
UPS allows it,
with delivery pizza drivers, delivery drivers. I told that story before. A friend of mine worked for it was Pizza Hut and got held up, or they attempted to rob him, because they tell you drivers don't carry more than $20 worth of cash, which should be true, but no, because they get tips. So in any given night, he was making, some nights he was making $200, a night just in tips alone. So that's runaway money, and so they tried to run up on him. Like, he got a delivery to his house, and he got halfway in the driveway and realized there was no lights on in the house, and like it was just dark, and he just heard like people running, and he reached in his waistband and pulled the gun out. It didn't point at anybody, didn't have to shoot or anything. They saw him pull the gun and were like, "Oh shit, he got heat," and he turned around and ran the other way. So it's like, even from that standpoint, it's like, he protected himself. Like, if he didn't have that gun, what would have happened to him? Would they have beat him up?
I think the difference in that situation is, like UPS, you're driving their trucks, it's their property. When you're driving pizza, like a pizza
It's
truck,
your
you're
car.
usually in your car. So
Yeah.
you should,
With
if
a
you have
magnet.
your conceal and carry, then you should still. Be
But
able
I
to
think,
carry that.
again, in this situation,
your
like
car.
they didn't just want the truck; they took him fucking hostage. So it's like,
They took him hostage to save time, though.
Yeah.
I feel like, to get
I
away.
mean,
don't
it just
think they
seems
really
easier to
wanted
have him
catch a
keep
body.
driving than to like try to get him out the car. If you're just fucking drive, you know what I mean?
yeah, I don't know. It's
But-
either way, it's still a sad state of affairs. But
It's super sad, and I feel like the
terrible
police
story.
could have done better. Just gonna say it, put it out there.
You sound like you're anti-cop.
I don't sound like I'm
you
anything.
sound like you're anti-cop.
And if you want to push those narratives,
Blue
sir,
lives matter. We care about all the Smurfs,
all of them, even Papa.
especially
Papa don't preach.
That's all, folks.
Daughter
Daughter
Judy. Dun-dun-dun. I'm sorry. We was high. Me and Daddy Claire were high at one point, walking around the apartment, just quoting shit from fucking the Jetsons theme song, and it was great.
All right, I'm glad y'all had that experience.
Jane,
Any closing
his wife.
statements?
Boy, Elroy.
Dun, dun, dun,
Is that-
I'm going to the woods this weekend, and
Oh,
I will
shit.
hopefully be back with acid debauchery filled
You said don't go into the woods?
No,
I am
he's
going
going
to the woods this
Where'd you
tomorrow.
go from?
Actually,
Where you going?
I'm going to Inverness, Florida, Potts Preserve.
Oh,
It's a
shit.
free nature preserve out there.
shit.
It is
What,
great.
you gonna get your hunt
I have a
on?
secluded spot. I'm not getting my hunt on yet because I don't have my permit, but I will be out there on a spiritual journey. I got a quarter of shrooms,
Are you going by yourself?
and I'm going to go buy some steaks. I was going to go by myself, and then I wasn't, and then I was again, and then I invited someone out, so now I'm not. It's my
Okay.
buddy's birthday tomorrow, so
Nice.
I
Okay.
invited him out to the shroom extravaganza.
Nice.
But I think that I'm going to also get some acid, and we're going to do some shrooms and acid and see how that works.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. So
More to
that'll be a
come.
fun
Hey,
story. Stay tuned.
Kayaks involved?
Okay.
Because y'all niggas flipping
I
that
have a
shit.
kayak,
Take it. Any
but
closing
it's just the one
statements?
person.
All right.
Don't disrespect. Don't try the Hungry Howie's delivery guy because they have 2 pistols.
Okay. So
I got 2 guns
one for the plug.
and one, yeah. Do
I
it.
don't
Finish it.
know.
You started.
I'm trying to rhyme it with guns. I can't. Okay.
For
Look at
one for the guns and one for the Huns.
And one for the Huns.
No, the Asians.
Wait.
Nika, give me the pizza.
All right.
Are
So
we
take
naming-
care.
Are we naming this episode Back to the Blacks?
We're not.
We know.
Back
Yes,
to
we
the-
are.
Can we
Yes,
please?
are.
Take care.
Back to the blacks.
Is that a metaphor for going to party at the Beecham?
Back to the blacks.
Take-
Oh, it is Friday. Oh shit.
Take care.
The air reeks of
And
black and miles and
Brush
stank
your
weed.
hair. And
Clean your gun.
wear the
Clean your
cleanest,
fucking gun.
tidiest,
Clean it.
teeny tiny clean
I
underwear.
don't want my balls pinched up in those teeny tiny underwear. That sounds
But
uncomfortable.
if they're clean, you'll be fine.
no, that's just clean.
Yeah,
fucking
they're
underwear.
Oh
clean,
my gosh.
but they
That's
fucking
my
pinch.
balls.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.